Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors. Join me in Pledge Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Join me in singing God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Barbara, do we have a moment of inspiration?
A quote: "I have no ambition in this world but one, and that is to be a fireman. The position may, in the eyes of some, appear to be a lowly one, but we who know the work which the fireman has to do believe that his is a noble calling. Our proudest moment is to save lives. Under the impulse of such thoughts, the nobility of the occupation thrills us and stimulates us to deeds of daring, even of supreme sacrifice." The quote is from Edward F. Croker, who served 12 years the chief of the New York City Fire Department and for 27 years as an active fireman. His 27 years of service had seen the administration of 22 commissioners. He was appointed as a firefighter on June 22, 1884. As a probationary firefighter, he quickly learned the many aspects of the job. The most important part of his training was learning about building construction and the types of occupancies within New York City. Another very quick quote, the source is unknown. "Firefighting, one of the few professions left that still makes house calls."
Thank you so much. Let's secure the colors. Please be in your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with a distinct honor that we welcome the family of George Levy, Mr. Mayor, our esteemed firefighters, and members of the Kiwanis Club of Easton. We are gathered here to honor one of America's, one of our community's finest. And it is truly our honor to do so. In doing so, I'll turn over the meeting to our MC, who actually just disappeared. No, there he is. Walt, to make the presentation.
It's a privilege for me. I'm a retired Easton police officer. I knew some of the firefighters over the years that I was on the fire department. In 2015, as a matter of fact, a couple of firefighters were over at the Cheston Elementary School and asked me if we still honored a police officer of the year, which I said they did, and they said, "Do you think that your organization would be willing to honor possibly a firefighter each year?" So I brought it back to our board of directors, and in 2015 we started doing that. As a matter of fact, one of the recipients is actually here. Captain Andrew Wookie was the recipient here in 2016. John Hartman was the recipient in 2015, and James Corcoran was the recipient in 2017, and then COVID hit, and it screwed everything up. We didn't have a officer, firefighter of the year for a couple of years until last year. We were able to do it again to recognize Justin Peacock as the recipient of the firefighter of the year. And this year, we're doing it in memory of George W. Leidy III. That's all basically I have as far as a background or a history. Deputy Chief, if you would like to make the presentation or platform.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. On behalf of the City of Easton Fire Department, we appreciate your support. Thank you, Honorable Mayor, Councilwoman Ruggles, back. We really appreciate the support that we get from the city in making our department better each and every day, and work on training and making sure our firefighters have everything they need. It's obviously today we're here to present an award. Thank you to the Kiwanis Club for hosting us again this year. The last few years, there's been a little turmoil with the little thing called a pandemic, apparently. But I think it's definitely, we're glad that we're able to get this up and running again. Okay, I think it's a good thing for our department. It's a good thing for the Kiwanis Club, and it's also a good thing for the city and the community. As we know, the fire department is part of the fabric of the community. We're the ones that deliver the city's end of the bargain, right? Everybody pays taxes, we deliver the service. And I think this ceremony and those words kind of speak to Captain Whitey and his dedication that he had to not only the fire department, but also to the community. He's a longtime resident of the city of Easton, came on the fire department over 25 years ago and fulfilled his obligations as firefighter, lieutenant, and captain. Nobody cared more about the members of his platoon than Captain Whitey, who made sure that everybody on his platoon was well trained and that he had their confidence and they had his confidence, and we could work well together as a team. In the fire service, we're a tight-knit crew, we're a family, and we're a team. So everything, you have to get along with each other. And he was the dad, he was the parent of the platoon, and made sure everybody worked well together and got along, and we were able to get our job done. Because when the community calls, we need to be on our A game. And Captain Whitey surely prided himself on making sure we were on our A game every time we went out the door. We do have our presentation we're going to give to the Whitey family. We appreciate them coming today to receive this award for George. And we also have Lieutenant Tim Riley, who's also a member of the American Legion. The American Legion has an award also on behalf of the Legion Post. But once again, thank you very much. And I won't spend too much time talking your ear off. I can go on forever. You kind of learn that as a firefighter. I'm sure Captain Whitey's family will attest to that, that sometimes when you're in emergency services, you kind of adapt and you become better at reacting in more of a stressful environment and make quicker decisions and better decisions. And that's something that will always carry on with us, and something that George kind of instilled in us, that when we are at an emergency situation or at an emergency incident, we keep our heads about ourselves and we do what we're trained to do. So now we'll have the family come up. A plaque that we have engraved in Captain Whitey's honor. We also have a plaque that we keep at the firehouse that has every recipient of the award every year, and we add a plaque. So his name will be added to that one as well. Okay. Captain Whitey, on behalf of Bonnie Whitey, Firefighter of the Year 2022, an outstanding recognition of the service.
Yes, I can talk really loud. Now, I work in an elementary school, and we are good at talking loud. So thank you for this opportunity to be here and for honoring the memory of my husband, George Whitey III, and recognizing him for his work given through the Easton Fire Department as captain and fellow firefighter. He would have been proud to have personally received this Fireman of the Year award. While he was not one to really seek out recognition for his job, he worked to provide safety for his charge and for those in the community. And this award represents a lifetime of his dedication and commitment to this service. So on behalf of my husband, myself, and my family, we accept this honor. We thank the Kiwanis for sponsoring this award and the luncheon and hosting us here today. And we thank, of course, all those loving firefighters who have nominated my husband for this award. I thank you all for standing in the gap during his passing for me and my family and being that bridge to keep going on. So with sincere thanks and appreciation to all of you, thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Timothy Riley. I'm a lieutenant with the Easton Fire Department. And like most of us firefighters, we wear many hats. And one of my other hats is in the leadership of the American Legion, local Rice Sumner Post 588 on South Side. And in keeping with the American Legion tradition, I'm presenting the American Legion Firefighter Certificate of Commendation to Captain George W. Light III of the Easton Fire Department. This commendation is awarded for outstanding public service benefiting our community, state, and nation. Presented by the American Legion Rice Sumner Post 588, Department of Pennsylvania, this 18th day of October 2023. Signed, the Commander, Bernard Sims.
Thank you again. It's been an honor.
Before we move on to the next phase, I'd just like to say a couple of words.
Don't make me cry.
I'm trying to make
I got
me
through
not
this
cry.
so far.
Your husband, by evidence of the firefighters, by the family, a servant leader of true high regard, a life of service, Marines, 25 years with the fire department, working. He was a hardworking man, working himself up to being the captain. We heard about the leadership and the training. I always learned that when you're in an emergency situation, you respond as you've been trained, otherwise you react. And the training that he provided to the firefighters of Easton is evident in the leadership and the quality of people that we have here that follow in his footsteps. So it's just with such an honor that we're so happy to be here with you and honoring your husband. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. He was a great man of high integrity and good character, and he really loved the men of the fire department and valued them. So thank you.
Yeah. I think we're going to meet now. Walt, we got anything else?
No, Jan.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. No, we got one more thing.
Oh, one more?
Yeah,
Can we leave this
we'll leave these here for right now. Yeah.
Oh, we know that there was somebody else, backing him up for all those years, and we know that you were there.
That's good. It's fine.
The Kiwanis Club of Easton thanks you that you shared your husband with his expertise in his field, and that you are really the rock that was probably behind him many times, and I know you should do that. So, on behalf of us,
Thank you so
much
much.
love. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Any more words, Walt?
Basically,
okay.
this is the end of the presentation
Yep.
ceremony. For those of you that have to return to the firehouse or who have decided to not eat, you're more than welcome to watch us eat.